Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. This is the rolling break. Right before the Madden game. We about to whoop that ass now. 1, 2, 3. You can't see me. So you tuning in? Oh, okay. Mm. You flick it. Yeah. Do you have your settings? You gotta have your settings up. All your animation settings. I gotta redo my other settings for my new player. This was my favorite song on that motherfucker, on that album. That too. Lottie Dottie and Dog's World. You know, DMX favorite Snoop Dogg song was? He said his favorite song was "Bitches Ain't Shit But Hoes and Trade." Man, he stood up and fucking he fucking stood up and fucking sung that song with him. He said, "Yeah, that's my shit." He's like, "Man, when my wife used to fucking trip and shit, he used to just fuck, they get in an argument or whatever. He used to blow out or whatever, roll in the car, and you know how fast he fucking drive and shit. He driving like you and shit. And, yeah, man, and that'd be one of the songs he'd be bumping. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts up and then get yeah, he was loving that shit. I was like, damn, X is I mean, shit. You was mistaking him for a West Coast nigga. I think that's why West Coast niggas fucked with X. Cause, I mean, he seemed real. He was real, shit. Like, that's a dude that I know for a fact that he was in industry. Because he kept getting it. He was getting into too much shit to be an industry dude. He was always getting into shit. And then like you read his book, yeah, man, he got a wild story. A wild story. I'm still trying to figure out how he started smoking crack. But yeah. But he was smoking crack at one point in his life. At least battle with it. Smoke it. Yeah, he talks about it openly in his book. Earl Simmons. I gotta get another copy of that damn book. Cause I lost my first one in the moving transition. He talked about being in jail, cause like rapping against I think he was rapping against Jay-Z before he went to jail and shit. Like, he was a battle rapper. He used to rob niggas. No, yeah, the first time around. He talked about robberies, like how he got into that shit, what he used to do with his dog. He used to let his, he trained his dog to fucking snatch a purse out of a lady's hand. Boomer, the one that he got tattooed on his back. Yeah, he got a dog tattooed behind, on his back, and that was his like first dog, like that was his favorite dog. I think somebody killed him. I think either a cop killed him or some bullshit, some crazy shit that happened. And Boomer died, and that's why he got him tatted on his back. But yeah, he taught Boomer how to rob. He was just, like he used to jog, like he used to be. Oh yeah, he used to be in a track. Tracking. He was in the tracking fields. So yeah, I think he was a sprinter. So shit. So he used to have his whole fucking high school shit jogging, and that's how he fucking started that shit with his dog. All right, nothing X, man. Yeah. I forget, man. It was a long ass time ago when I started reading the book. I never finished it. I guess I stopped at the part where he was at a club or something, and he felt like he was getting set up, and like you know how at the bar and shit, you got closed liquor bottles. Well, he ordered a shot of Hennessy. He noticed that the Hennessy bottle had like a cotton ball in it, on the top. A cotton ball, like a cotton ball. Like as if you stuffing medicine, stuff or whatever. So it was a cotton ball or tissue that was stuck on top for the bottle of the bottle, making it like a top, like it's sealed. So he noticed that, and I guess he was at like an unfamiliar spot or whatever, and they poured him a shot. I guess it was something in that shot. It was something in that bottle. They tried to set him up. Yeah, like he was getting set up or some shit. This is past all that fucking robbing his girl for TV, selling it and shit to get crack, dealing, like he was on that heavy. This is after going to a detention center type shit. I mean, he used to fucking, he used to do all kind of shit, man.
Seems like we were
I don't want to risk. I don't want to misquote something or say something wrong. I ain't read that book in a long ass time. It's been 10 plus years.
So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins. And I'll bet right now
shit. Where is that damn lighter?
He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week. 2 touchdown
passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything,
lighter
but
first.
whether or not their team won.
Before I start this game. Oh, here we go. Come on, let's go.
And they give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1
Yeah, it's gonna be a
yard
long
gain up to
fucking
the
day for y'all
26.
motherfuckers.
And the Buffet boys,
Y'all
the
shouldn't
O-line.
even win that
Hopefully
game.
they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field.
This game's
And when
about
they
to
play
prove it.
well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Yeah. Yeah. Punt the ball.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Shit.
Give him 11 yards that time.
Wait, hold up, dog. I'm a.
That's not this show. Tracks like that's not us Irish to the dad, guess I that's why I'm kind of ancestry.com. I talk about the black. He's still playing with it. I think it's one of those ones that fix. So-called fix. Africa, I'm headed back. The street,
You hear me all right? All right, cool.
And I think he really said it a few months ago where he talked about he wants to have the type of season
Oh, shit.
at the end. He's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet.
Oh shit, yeah, the stick. Yeah, the stick ain't gonna work.
Driving to the floor with my high beams, putting on my visine. Let me tell you just what I see. Ain't falling from the sky. I just hope that they can take me back to where the credit gave me. And I've been counting down the days because I know we gotta die soon. That just means I get to fly.
Yep. All right.
Leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Hey.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watts. 8 yards on the completion, and now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
Come on, first down. That's right.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. We'll look now at our starting defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and 2. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people who are trying to move the ball on the ground. This is
Oh my God, he got burnt.
Caught inside the 35.
Wow.
Touchdown, Washington. A big play there.
Wow.
His first
75
touchdown
yards.
on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man is Noah Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
In Washington territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Run for Pollard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 14 yards,
Working
good for
on
a Cowboy first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ooh.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up to throw.
Ah!
Intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
They stole that shit
He'll
from
take
me.
this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You gonna let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Right.
He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Haskins. Johnson's got it complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. These two teams all tied after 1. Looking to throw, Haskins.
God,
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. Let's go.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's one that has to absorb the contact and as a result unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Round here.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football, handle in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Haskins now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. That sack finally
Lift
the
it.
first step in the right direction for a stop. And now time will be
Get that minute doctor out there.
Down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17.
Man, I swear, man, they be fucking face mask.
The offenses they take over. And now Dallas gets set to
They're grabbing his arm. I'm like, okay, really that high?
Able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the
No. When they tackle you, you know where it almost looks like it's a face mask.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe
they're in front of you. So I guess they are trying to get the ball or whatever.
Today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy
eating out
first
there.
down.
That absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed.
How's
He's able to get to the second level almost
what's
before
the name
you blink
doing?
if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers.
Shawanda.
They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. It looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring
He's still
up 2nd and
beasting.
9.
He's still beasting.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Redskins do get to it. He goes down for a sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he'll have his man, Cooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence.
Yeah, I don't see how Cooper was upset.
Back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans, you get up in your 30s, you're still playing
He
receiver.
always fucking save him.
You're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was saying,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man. Each man did his job.
and that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Watts. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little back yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Still
listen, now, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions.
Wow, just collapsed my damn defense.
These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
That good for 22 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff looking right. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's He's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Third down, here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
Now we
so the
need
drive stalls out
score a
inside
touchdown.
the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Let's go, D.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll run on first down.
Oh, my God.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Got set for a fucking field goal.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
Oh my God.
And
Man, this is some bullshit, dude.
And and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Came out in a power set. That only served to put more men in the box, and guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one, but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7'5".
Now you talk about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. That's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Not like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Pollard works his way inside
14-17.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
On first down, Banks. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
17.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's
losing by 3. I'm at the 2, so I ain't good.
Draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run it now. Out of the
Oh,
goal.
shit.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
Nice.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Banks. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
And keep exposing.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, it's Banks, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ford. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped to the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watts. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's see.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. And this is caught. It's Cooper. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
God, shit. Might miss that fucking assignment.
Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. To throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh shit, man, is this shit recording?
Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last
you can hear the music.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Okay,
he doesn't exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He's got his man. This is Tate. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Haskins. And the catch made by Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Haskins now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave a
man, he hurt.
2. From just shy of midfield. Haskins.
Thank you. Block, nigga, block.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throw left side complete. That's fourth. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Damn.
And he stopped
No
immediately
blocking,
there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Nah.
They go back to the air here after the
What, the music? Oh, nah. Let me see. Let me turn it down there.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Oh, the gang, yeah.
That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was asking. Like, can you hear it? I'm like, oh, shit.
Cognizant of that call
Fuck
nowadays, but that would look
I'm
pretty
gonna
easy.
Yeah, you're right.
Bump
It
it.
took out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that'll bring up
I'm not thinking about the game, turning shit up.
now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very happy.
Shit, how come? Yeah, okay. Alright. I ain't gonna trip. A little bullshit is gonna happen.
Pickup of 18. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. Now
Woo!
the ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford
Take one man enough to hold on to the ball.
Pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the first quarter.
An afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, Banks. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a
God
safety.
damn it.
All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people
Still
running
won
the
the fucking
football,
game.
running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long,
The
they
fuck?
struggled moving the ball, turning it
Okay.
over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic?
Last time y'all motherfuckers get something like that on me. Fuck that.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the
They're
penalty.
trying to give it to their ass.
Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On first down, it's Haskins. Trying it, Haskins.
Woo! You got it. Now lucky there.
Fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now a handoff working right. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. So this time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover
made it
there
up.
as his guys will get the football back. Facing this this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll run on first down. It's Banks. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Oh, that Banks run it up.
Keep it on the ground. It's Banks. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move
shit.
without timeouts.
Bitch ass nigga.
On defense without using them.
You know things. Man, this is a running back farm out here. It's a running back farm out here, I'm telling you.
On second down, Johnson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17.
Next one come in.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. The first down carry here for Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Ah, damn it.
Here as he's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Cooper's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Watts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Second and 3. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline. I think this one might just be over.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know, you just one last drive here for Bob.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved the like, who cares?
Y'all losing ass out our fucking field.
Some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah, get they losing ass off my field.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Washington, they drop below 500.
Oh shit. Another one. God damn.
Can't wait till I get me some, go ahead, get you some. Yeah.
Alright.
Just gonna get me some, go ahead, get you some. Yeah. Get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some, go ahead, get you some. Get you some. Yeah. Hey. These niggas can't
On the road now.
my bro, hell no. Live fast while we burn slow. Eat church steak with Merlot, you know. Yeah, home for a while, then back on roll. I'm gone, come back and claim my throne. You mad?
Alright, it's time for some NBA.
We toast, West Coast, we brag.
Switch it out.